Hey there, Vikings faithful. Skull Nation, what's good? It's time to dive into some gut-punching news about a former Purple Pride pick that's got us all shaking our heads. You ready for this? Cine, our 2022 first-rounder, is teetering on the edge with the Philadelphia Eagles, and the clock's ticking fast. Is this the end of the road for him, or could there be a twist in this tale? Let's break it down, unpack the drama, and talk about what this means for Cine and our Vikings legacy. Buckle up, because this one's gonna hit like a fourth-quarter fumble. The Minnesota Vikings have a proud history of nailing draft picks. Guys like Randy Moss, Adrian Peterson, and Justin Jefferson light up our Purple Hearts. But let's be real, not every swing is a home run, and Cine? He's looking like one of our biggest misses in recent memory. Drafted 32nd overall out of Georgia in 2022. Cine was a tackling machine in college, earning defensive MVP honors in the national championship. The hype was real. Vikings fans were dreaming of a hard-hitting safety to lock down the secondary. But fast forward to now, and it's a different story. Cine's time in Minnesota was, to put it mildly, a rough ride. A gruesome compound leg fracture just 4 games into his rookie season derailed his career early. He fought back, hitting the field in 2023, but only managed 10 defensive snaps across 10 games. That's right, 10 snaps. The Vikings' safety room was stacked with Harrison Smith, Cam Bynum, and Josh Metellus, leaving Cine as the odd man out. By the summer of 2024, Minnesota waved goodbye, cutting him before his 3rd season. What happened to the kid who was supposed to be a can't-miss prospect? Now, Cine's fighting for his NFL life with the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's not looking pretty. Signed off the Buffalo Bills practice squad in January 2025, he joined a stacked Eagles roster fresh off a Super Bowl win. But here's the kicker. Projections from outlets like the Philadelphia Inquirer and Inside the Eagles don't have him making the 53-man roster. That's right, our former first-rounder might not even see Week 1 as an active player. What's going on in Philly? And why is Cine struggling to stick? Let's dig deeper. The Eagles' training camp is a battleground, and Cine's in the thick of it. With a deep safety group featuring Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, and rookie Andrew Mukuba, there's no room for passengers. Cine's versatility as a downhill run stopper was supposed to give him an edge, but injuries are haunting him again. On August 14, 2025, Jeff McClain reported that Cine sat out practice with a new injury. Details are murky, but it's not the hamstring issue he battled earlier this month. Missing time in a make-or-break camp? That's a red flag. Let's talk stats to put this in perspective. In his entire Vikings tenure, Cine logged just 1 tackle in 10 games. Compare that to, say, Laquan Treadwell, another Vikings first-rounder from 2016, who also had 1 tackle but at least contributed on offense. It's wild to think a safety and a wide receiver match tackle stats, right? Adam Patrick from the Viking age didn't hold back, calling Cine the biggest Vikings draft bust of the last decade. Harsh, but with only 10 defensive snaps in Minnesota, it's hard to argue. So what's the vibe in Philly? The Eagles' secondary is a gauntlet. Cooper DeJean and Sidney Brown are battling for starting spots alongside Blankenship, while newcomers like Andrew Mukuba add pressure. Cine's been getting reps, but he's not standing out. Reports from camp, like those from ESPN's Tim McManus, highlight guys like Quinyon Mitchell and Jalen Hurts stealing the show, while Cine's name barely pops up. If he can't shine in preseason games, he's likely headed to the practice squad or worse, the waiver wire. Injuries have been Cine's kryptonite. That compound leg fracture in 2022 was a career-altering blow, and now this new injury in camp isn't helping. CBS Sports noted he suited up for the Eagles' preseason opener against the Bengals on August 7, 2025, but his status for the Browns game on August 16 is shaky. Missing game reps in a crowded safety room is like fumbling the ball in the red zone. Can Cine stay healthy long enough to show the explosiveness that made him a first-round pick? Let's rewind to Cine's Georgia days for a second, because that's where the dream began. This guy was a beast, 73 tackles, 9 pass deflections, and an interception in 2021, leading the Bulldogs to a national title. He was coached by Deion Sanders in high school and had 36 college offers. Vikings fans, remember how pumped we were when we drafted him? We thought he'd be the next Harrison Smith. Now, seeing him struggle in Philly feels like a punch to the gut. But here's where it gets interesting. Could Cine still turn it around? The Eagles are known for reclamation projects. Think A.J. Brown or Hasten Reddick. If Cine can channel that Georgia fire and stay healthy, maybe he catches on. Philly Voice's Evan Macy called him a feel-good story for Philly fans, given his Georgia ties with teammates like Jalen Carter and Nakobe Dean. But with the roster crunch, he's got to prove he's more than a nostalgic pick. What do you think, Skull Nation? Can Cine make it? Let's not sugarcoat it. The odds are stacked against him. The Eagles' safety competition is brutal, and Vic Fangio's defense doesn't mess around. Posts on X from August 2024 showed Cine balling out in preseason for the Vikings, 11 tackles, a sack, and interception, but that was a year ago and he still got cut. Now, with limited snaps in Buffalo and injuries in Philly, the narrative's shifting. Is Cine just a victim of bad luck? Or did the Vikings misevaluate his fit? If Cine gets cut, what's next? Another team might take a flyer on him. His athleticism and pedigree are still intriguing. The Jets showed interest last year before he joined Buffalo, per Vikings territory. But the Vikings? No way they're bringing him back. Our safety room is locked in with Smith, Bynum, and Metellus, and we're focused on guys like J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson for 2025. Cine's story with Minnesota is over, but could he haunt us with another team? Let's talk legacy for a sec. Cine's not the first Vikings draft pick to flop. Demetrius Underwood never even made it to camp, and Treadwell's 1,000 yards over 5 years wasn't exactly WR1 material. But Cine stings because he was Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's first ever draft pick as GM. That 2022 draft also brought us Brian Asamoah and Ed Ingram, who've had mixed results. Skull fans, who's the biggest draft bust in your book? Drop it in the comments. As we wrap this up, it's a bittersweet moment for Vikings fans. We rooted for Cine, but sometimes the NFL is a cold business. If he gets cut by Philly, it's not the end of his story. He's only 25, and his drive to bring his mom from Haiti to the U.S. shows he's got heart. Maybe another team gives him a shot, or maybe he fights his way onto the Eagles practice squad. Either way, we're moving forward with our purple pride intact. Skull Nation, what's your take? Is Louis Cine done, or does he have one more comeback in him? Hit the like button if you're still rooting for him. Smash that subscribe for more Vikings news, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's keep the purple passion alive. Skull Vikings.